Hi there, myself Minmoy, and in this video we're going to discuss regarding certain attributes, or you can say certain characteristics of a population. Knowing about these characteristics is very important because without knowing the characteristics we cannot have a better idea regarding population ecology as a subject. Therefore, we must know regarding certain attributes that a population exhibits. So talking about this characteristics or talking about these attributes in nature, we have two types of attributes. First is your biological attributes and second is your unique attributes. So talking about the biological attributes, I've written a simple definition which says that biological attributes are characteristics that the population shares with individual organisms as a whole. That means that these are certain characteristics which are present both in the population as well as in the individuals that create up the population. For example, if you just recall about one important characteristics of living being, that is your reproduction. Reproduction is equally important for survival of a population as well as for an individual organism, because for growth of a population there must be reproduction, because a population grows when certain newer individuals are added to the population, and it is only possible due to reproduction. Without reproduction there cannot be continuity of the population. Similarly, for the continuity of the species, for the continuity of the organisms also, there must be reproduction. Without reproduction, individuals would die off, and similarly the population would also die. Therefore, like reproduction is one thing, reproduction is one fundamental characteristics which is very important, and it is both exhibited by the population as well as the individual organisms. Therefore, this type of attributes, for example ontogeny, reproduction, these are biological attributes. These are both exhibited in the population as well as in the individual level. Second is your unique attributes. These attributes are unique in the sense that these are only exclusive for the population and not for the organisms which create up the population. That means in biological attributes, these attributes were both common for the population as well as the individual, but unique attributes are only present for the population and not for the individual. So the definition of unique attributes says that unique attributes are exclusive to the population and not the organisms. So as I previously told, that these are only present in population level. And it also says that these are present only in group level and as statistical parameters. Group level means the entire population as a whole. Like every organism from a single species, if they are accumulated in one area, they would create up a group, and that group would have certain unique characteristics which cannot be observed by just knowing about one or two individuals of the entire association. So those attributes or those characteristics are your unique characteristics. So now let us know regarding certain biological attributes. So I have written that attributes that are common to the group as well as individual. That means certain attributes which are common to the group as well as the individuals which create up the group. That means your biological attributes. So these attributes can be your ontogeny. Ontogeny means the birth, the death and the developmental stages that lie in between. So ontogeny is both present in individual level as well as in population level. Second is your reproduction. I have previously talked regarding reproduction. Third is your age structure. Age structure, like it simply defines the number of organisms present in their respective age, you can say age group. For example, if you say that you have a population of monkeys that lie below the reproductive age, that means you're basically trying to explain everyone that all the monkeys in that population lie below the reproductive age. Therefore, in a way, you are just defining about one monkey from that group, that it is lying below the reproductive age. As well as if you talk regarding every monkey is present in that group, you can also say that these monkeys lie below the reproductive age. So age structure is one thing, like you can understand from the example that I told you, that this is very prominent both in the population level as well as in the individuals which create up the population. If all the individuals which create up a population have certain similarities regarding their age, so those similarities would also be exhibited in the population. So this is one thing, and therefore age structure is one group attribute which is like very prominent in population level as well as in the individuals. Fourth is your heredity, which is very important both in your population as well as in your individual level, because without the genetic information being carried from one generation to the other, there will not be the continuity of organisms, and there will not be the you can say the entire association of certain individuals which belong to same species. That means the entire population cannot grow without heredity. And the fifth point says that both individuals and the population are equally impacted by the environment. And this is very like easy to understand, because if you just recall about natural calamities, for example flood. A flood would equally impact a single individual, as well as it would like equally impact the community, or you can say the ecosystem also. Means talking about a terrestrial ecosystem, it would have different populations, and the populations would be impacted if there's a flood, and similarly the individuals belonging to the population would also be impacted if there's a flood. So that's what the fifth point says. And certain unique attributes of population, unique attributes, when we talk about unique attributes, we must recall that unique attributes are only present in population, and unique attributes are those attributes which are statistical parameters. That means these are mathematical, these are not explained just by observing a single individual. So this can be your density, natality, mortality, age ratio, and sex ratio. So talking about these things, we would describe all of this in next video, because density, natality, mortality, age ratio, sex ratio, these are very important, and we must know regarding all of these parameters in a very detailed way. So let us keep this part for the next video, and thank you for watching this video.